The society is affecting the children terribly. In Nigeria, we value money. It's not a matter of what you have upstairs. It's a matter of what you have in your pocket. Why will a young boy of 18 buy a car and we are celebrating such a child? Why will a young boy of 22 be living in an apartment of 1.something million and we are celebrating such a child? Have the child graduated? Which office is the child working? I saw a parent saying the child going to school by 8:30, they shouldn't punish the child. Why? Because there is no more discipline in the society, not the school alone. In the society at large, a child going to school by 8:30 is late. The school sends the child home. When you come late, you can't enter the school. That's the school policy. Lagos State is doing everything they are supposed to do. In Lagos State, my name is Owenaze Blessing Ella. I'm the Executive Director of Unique Prella Schools. I'm also the National Association of Private School Owners NAPS in Ikorodu, Itamaga Ward. I'm the chairperson. My school is a day school. We have a secondary school, a primary school, and a nursery school. So we started the school in 2009. We got a vision of starting a school for the less privileged children who cannot afford the high income schools. We found out that most of the schools around us were charging so high and people could not put their children into private schools and they wanted private schools. So we had this vision of touching every life, trying to bring it to the doorsteps of the less privileged in the society. That was what brought about Unique Prella School. We are unique in all areas. Academically, we are unique. The children do well in their exams. And we are unique in that we are not into business making. It's not a business making venture for us. We are trying to impact life. We are trying to give back to the society what we have gotten from the society. That is our uniqueness. We are unique in a lot of other ways that we do. We put the children into consideration in everything we do. We carry the parents along as we are going about it also. Yeah, we started in an uncompleted building. We borrowed the place and we stayed for like 2 years there. We didn't pay anything then before we got a 2-flat apartment that we used before we got this present place we are using as the school. And over time we have grown from 10 to over 400. I will grade my children 80%. In that we don't assist them in any way. We want to see how strong they are. Like they're writing exams now, and all the teachers are in the classrooms. We are there with the invigilator, an external invigilator that came in. We want to see their strength. And our children have been doing fine. They have been coming out fine in all exams they've been writing. Our results can testify, parents can testify also. And we have a lot of our products in the tertiary institution. We have the same teachers teaching the children. It's just the children not being prepared for the exams. It's not a factor of the school or the teachers taking them. It's a factor of the children not getting ready for exams. The reading culture has died. Children are not ready. They are always expecting that when they go into the examination hall, a miracle will happen. And when they get there, they see that there is no miracle happening and they are disappointed. That is one of the reasons I feel is causing the mass failure. The society is affecting the children terribly. In Nigeria, we value money. It's not a matter of what you have upstairs. It's a matter of what you have in your pocket. That is the respect we have for people. It's not the respect of what do you have upstairs. What can you do? When somebody comes into this place now to look for a job, we ask for the certificate. After the certificate, what can you deliver? If we don't check those things, we'll be having the issues of children not doing well in schools, because we respect money in our culture, in our society, which is not supposed to be. At times you should respect what somebody has upstairs. You should respect a professor that has gone to school for how many years and suffered so long, and not just money itself. The society is affecting us that we want our underage children to come out in flying colors. A 14 years old child writing JAMB, 15 years writing JAMB. They are still babies. They are supposed to be in JSS 3. They are writing JAMB. So they don't even know the importance of what they are writing. They don't know how it will affect them, affect the parent or whoever. So we are just putting those children, they're rushing them, and they are giving reasons why they are rushing. The parents are giving us reason. My friend's child, if you don't do, when they want to get a job, they will not employ them on time. They will say they need people of 25, between 25 and 22 years old to work. Good. Then you rush a 14 years old child to the university, or for 15 years. They are still babies. Some of them cannot even wake up in the morning by themselves unless you tap them. So they are not matured. You need to be matured to be able to do some certain things in life. There was a policy on ground before all these things started changing. It was the 6-3-3-4 system, which gives us how many years? That is 16 years. But now we have, the parents have reduced it to 5, 10. Then they go into the university. 14 years. So we throw 2 years. When you throw 2 years away, you will always feel the impact. If you throw 6 months away, you will feel the impact. So that is the impact we are feeling. And we are all facing it. The parents are responsible for the upbringing of their children. Academically, as a school, I will teach your child the ABC and 1, 2, 3 the child needs to know. But the moral starts from the home. Your child will be with you in your house from age 0 to 5 years, or 3 years, or 4 years, whatever time you want to bring the child to school, and you go and work. Some parents leave their children in the school till 6, 7 in the evening. Some of them, children of 9, 10 years, are in the boarding house. They've not been trained in the house. You now send them to an outsider to train for you. So when you say your child is sick, and the school calls you, and you don't have an hospital they will take your child to, the school is not an hospital. The school is just a place where we teach children the 1, 2, 3 and the ABC they are supposed to know. It's just for a learning, not for moral lesson. Moral lesson will come in definitely, but with the new policy in Lagos State, you don't cane a child, you don't bully a child. Once you punish a child, they say you are bullying that child. You are supposed to call the child and start interacting with the child. You don't punish a child. Once you do that, they said you are bullying the child. So when the parents have left their own duty and for the school to take over, it's not possible. The school cannot do both their duty and the parents' own duty. It's either you do yours and the school is doing theirs, and it will be balanced. But once you leave yours and ask the school to take over the two, you will have an issue. Because the school you are asking to take over your duty, some of those teachers also have their children they need to cater for. They have their children they need to train, and you leave your child. We have children that stays in the school till 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. They've missed out of the home. When they get home, what can they do? Nothing. They leave the house as early as 6 o'clock to come to the school because they are taking school bus, and they are in school till 6, 7 in the evening. What will the child get home and do? Nothing. So, and peer pressure. We have different children from different homes. While we were growing up, we leave our home by 7, we are going to school, and when we come back by 2 o'clock, we meet our parents at home. But these days you don't meet them. They even drop money for you to cook. Please give this child food for me to eat. I will be coming back by 5 o'clock, and by 5 they are not there. You start calling, hello madam, you are not here, I'm on my way. It is traffic. It is you leaving your responsibility for somebody else to take over. And when there is an issue, you just go to the police or you go to the Ministry of Education, and they are there to protect the child. It is their job they are doing. But have you done your job? Is what we should be asking ourselves now. Have the parents done their part? The school is doing their part. The ministry is doing their part. The police will do their part. The parents, are they doing their part? Why will a young boy of 18 buy a car and we are celebrating such a child? Why will a young boy of 22 be living in an apartment of 1.something million and we are celebrating such a child? Have the child graduated? Which office is the child working? Where are they getting their money from? Those are the things we are not checking. You are checking the school quite all right. We have lots of them around us that we cannot be mentioning. I saw a parent saying the child going to school by 8:30, they shouldn't punish the child. Why? Because there is no more discipline in the society, not the school alone. In the society at large, a child going to school by 8:30 is late. The school sends the child home. When you come late, you can't enter the school. That's the school policy. Why should you send my child home? I will report you to the Ministry of Education. You will have somebody telling you, right? Yes, what they have done is right. You don't have the right to send the child home. You should keep the child somewhere. And tomorrow the child will come by 9 o'clock and we keep the child somewhere. We can't cane them. You can't send the child home. You can't ask the child to do any job in the school. You can't say sweep. You can't say wash the toilet. Those things are gone in the society. It's not only in the school. If you beat some children, they'll call the ministry for you. That this child, you cane this child, you abuse the child, you're not supposed to abuse this child. We know some parents could go overboard and do things they are not supposed to do. Good, but some. So that is what we are facing. It's affecting the whole school. Private, missionary, public school. Everybody is affecting everybody. It's not a one-sided thing. It's not happening in one place. The children passing, it's still the same thing. If you say 800,000 are passing in private school, we still have about many thousands passing in public schools also. So it's an all-round something. Before, when you give birth to a child, the community trains the child. But now when you give birth to a child, it's only the father and the mother that trains the child. I will give you an example. Before, your mother is not around, the neighbor takes responsibility of that child. But these days, you lock up these children in the house. I know because of the things happening in the insecurity and what have you, sexual abuse and all those things happening. But still, you can't even scold somebody else's child these days. I can't scold my neighbor's child. The mother will come and meet me. Why did you use such a language for my child? But in those days, when they use those languages for us, our parents will tell us, if you have not done this, they wouldn't have said this. Don't do it again. When you do this thing will not happen. So when the community or the elders in the community cannot do much if the parents themselves don't give them the right to do those things. You have to give somebody a right to take charge of something before they do. If you don't ask me to cane your child, I won't cane your child. As the owner of this school, I don't cane children. So when you come and tell me, my child came late to school, help me cane, I say, madam, please take your child home and cane your child. I don't have the right to cane a child. If I cane that child and by mistake it gets to the eye, you take it up with me. First you report to the police. Police will report to the Ministry of Education. Ministry of Education will come here and I will be in trouble. So to avoid such occurrences, the parents will need to do what the society at large is supposed to assist them in doing, what the school is supposed to do, because somebody brought up that policy. It was not so bad before, and with the technology these days, you don't need to live where you are before it gets to where it wants to get to. Lagos State government is doing everything they are supposed to do. Lagos State is doing everything they are supposed to do in Lagos State. You know, before we started bringing in government into our schools, you just be seeing them from afar. When they come, you just say, we're supposed to put this in place, we're supposed to put this in place. When all those things are in place, you don't have any issue. But first, it will go back to the parents and the community, not government. For Lagos State, I give it to them. I will not deceive you, because I've met with few of their officers that have been here, and they are sound. They know what they are doing. They know what we should put in place. They know what we should do, how we should not go into problems. All those things are in place in Lagos State. I don't know about other states, but in Lagos State, we have everything working in Lagos State. But outside the school, the home, Lagos State is not. Lagos State officials are not in your home. They can't tell you what to do in your home, so they can't tell you what to do on your streets. So that is the places we need the government to come in, to tell parents to stop using oil to rub the children's hair when they do things they are not supposed to do, or voice out things they are not supposed to voice out. So at times the children say things they are not supposed to say. They watch films they are not supposed to watch. A lot of other things, and they go to places they are not supposed to go, and they will bring those things back into the school. But for Lagos State, in school administration, I give it to them. I pray that the parents will help us to make these children better people in future. We don't want a society that will be afraid to walk on the street. Parents should help us as school to be able to bring out good children. And I want the children also to listen and obey the instruction from the house and the school, and the society not to throw deaf ears to what is happening around them. You know, at times because they've said, you cannot do this, it was okay, let's leave them. We shouldn't just throw deaf ears to that. We should look for ways to assist these children so that we will have a better society to live in future.